How you doing there again? Thanks for joining us on video 3 of building the mud truck. Last night we started cutting away over here on the left side of the vehicle, shortening it up, removing the headlights, and narrowing it up so the fenders kind of taper in, towards the grill. So let me show you how that panned out and how it looks and what we had to do to make that to accomplish that. I'll give you a quick rundown on how it goes in case you want to try this project at home. I'm glad we could do this for you, and hopefully it is helpful for you. Sure does make the truck look a whole lot different with a kind of a wedged, tapered look in the front, eliminating the headlights and stuff. We'll give you a look at that right now. Explain what we did here. Let me back up and give you a view of the front of the truck now. As you can see, it's about front fender's about as narrow as the grill now. And in a side view, when you look down it, you can see where the fender tapers in to the front of the truck. See down the side of the quarter panel to quarter panel, the tires. You can see how much front wheel we're showing now. Just narrows the truck up so much. Basically, we narrowed the truck up overall about 15 inches overall. As you can see, the tire now kind of sticks out beyond the wheels. What we ended up doing was, on this Chevy, as you can see here, we saved the inner bracket down towards the bottom here. We literally welded it to the fender here, and then we used one of the major bolts here that was just it was a bolt that was hooked to the backing here, to the radiator support, one of the other cosmetic bolts that was made for something else. There's a little jagged in here. You can be real careful. The other side come out a little bit better. I can show you that. But I mean, when we were plasma cutting this out, it kind of, you're kind of guesstimating sometimes on where this cut has to be. Up in here, you can see where the hood now bends, and normally there's a flat piece of a hood about yay far over this way. So now that's gone. We brought this thing here pretty much right to the edge of the grill. I may just put a little bit of filler in here, but like you say, we eliminated the headlights, and that took out about 15 inches of the front end. And you can see how much this tapers in now. We'll try and give you a view of that. Also, on the inside here, if we can get a view of this, back in here, I don't know if you can see right here, we put one of the tabs, like the original tab, and then we bolted it to the fender here. It's going to be bolted. Right now, this fender is actually able to come off the truck still. So it's actually bolted on still. Nothing is really welded. I do have a tack weld up in here and one on the other side, just when I was working by myself to get that locked in. I'm going to try and climb up here on the fender, up on the bumper here, the tire I should say. And looking down in here, you can see where we used basically the original bolt, but what I ended up doing, the threads are back in here, so we just moved it over and put another hole in here. The original bolt is still being used. You can see where we cut out the inner fender here. We had to chop this all out of here. Right about in here, we cut this out. Probably cut more than we need in this case, but like you said, we're building a mud truck, so, and then down in there, we still used the original bolt, just angled it in and cut it. The gentleman before me had cut all this fender out to put these plastic flares on. Not too bad of a job there. Here's the other side. I don't know if you saw it where we had done that. We welded the tab on so we could still bolt it. Eventually I may do a little tack welding some more. I could put another plate down in here and catch a few of these bolts. But I think I'm okay for now. This is only a mock-up at this point. This is just a mock-up to where we're getting it ready to tear it right down to the bare bones and take it all off the frame. As you can see right now, actually from the side of the vehicle has not changed much. It still looks like it's straight sides. Then when you come up this way and you look down the fender well, you can see the fender just vanished. See how much that angles in? Look how much tire's showing. Just looks like a beast now. We'll go around the other side here and get a picture, and then same thing on the other side. It is nice having a plasma cutter to do this kind of work. Of course you're going to get a large seam here now. Super large seam. I mean, if you weren't real picky about that seam, you could be ready to go, on the trails and go. But what we're going to do eventually is, since we're going to make this thing really, going all the way with it, we're going to probably add some metal to this seam right here, and we may end up welding it to the door, because our next plan is going to be to weld these doors totally shut once once this project's almost done. In one of our next videos coming up, we're going to show you when we cut the door. We're going to eliminate the glass, we're going to cut the door frame down into here, come across, and then back up to the window frame, and we're going to fill this in, giving it that nice kind of an open window look. So that should be interesting, and we'll get a video on that. Same thing on this side. You can see down in here where we kept the same bolt, did some cutting. There's still the heater core and everything. Cut it out around there. Technically, same thing on here. I did a little tack right here, just when I was working by myself last night to get this piece over here tacked in. But basically, you can see how much the truck is just wedged in there now. Right about there would be level with that one line across the side here. You can see right down the side. So we brought that fender in approximately 7.5 inches on each side, and it come out pretty nice. I'll back up and give you that final view of how it turned out, and we'll try and get another picture of it before and after. You can go back to video 1 and you can see how the truck looks square. Now it's just got much more cleaner, you know, a wedge look to it. You see a lot of trucks that do that in a lot of the off-roading magazines and the Jeeps and stuff. Hopefully this kind of helps you a little bit on how we did it. It can definitely be done. It was very easy. I think I worked on it maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Of course, we had the right tools. I mean, we had a plasma cutter. You could do a lot of it probably with a chop saw, or not chop saw, but you know, an air kind of saw, cut-off wheel, maybe a sawzall kind of thing. But basically, it all bolted right back up once we did the cutting. I mean, wasn't too bad. Of course, we got the plasma cutter, and it worked out really nice. But hopefully that helps you guys on maybe some of your trucks and playing around and maybe taking your truck to the next level of fabricating and giving it that extra, you know, mean, tough look to it. Again, my name is Bill. I also got another company. It's called BR's Custom Bars. We build motorcycle handlebars. Check us out on the internet. But thanks for checking in with us, and we'll keep doing the videos so you guys can keep watching our build and just seeing how it's progressing, and hopefully some of our tips and how we've done things could help you guys out in the future. Again, my name's Bill, and thanks for watching.